Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
The young people who were up here just now are that future. What happens to our children today cultivates them, develops them into that person they're going to be tomorrow. So the question for us as Americans, the question for us as citizens, the questions for us as human beings, the question for us as Texans who allegedly care about our children is, what is the message we want to send forward to that future that we might never see? We want, generally, more CASAs for children. What is a CASA? If you don't know, a CASA is a court-appointed special advocate. A CASA is a professional or not, an employed person or not, a high school graduate, a college graduate, a doctor, a lawyer, a janitor, a secretary, a mom, a dad, a big brother. Somebody who cares about kids who's at least 21, who can pass a background test and will sit through the required hours of training to help a child in the foster care system through the system and be that voice for that child in the system.
I don't say your children. One thing in the legislature, it's easy to talk about your children. It's easy to talk about the other kids. Or it's easy to talk about these children. The reality is, black, white, or brown, rich or poor, they are our children. They are our children, and they deserve our attention.
Even though I can't see you, and I can't feel your touch, I will trust you, Lord. How I love you so much, though my nights may seem alone.
We need CASA volunteers because there are youth out there who are in these RTCs, who are in these foster homes, who have been physically abused, sexually abused, who are dealing with emotional abuse, and who need somebody to stand up and be mom and dad today. When I was in grade school, I didn't have anybody to say, hey, mom and daddy, let's go to McDonald's. When I was in grade school, I was already getting adjusted to Depakote, Adderall, Remeron, and Risperdal. We need CASA volunteers to stand on the front lines, to be the gatekeeper, to stand up and say, it's okay, baby. I know you've been through a lot, but guess what? I'm gonna help you get through this. We need CASA workers to come in for our young girls and say, it's okay, baby, because I know that you may have a negative disposition towards men, but guess what? It's gonna get better. We need CASA volunteers because we can't go through life focusing on ourselves.
I just might have a problem that you understand.
We all need somebody to lean on.
You or I may be the only person who is taking an interest in this child. You or I may be the only person who takes out the time to say, you know, you're wonderful. You have value. You have worth. You can do it. The reality is that when you visit Miss Thelma's daycare and you visit these children who she's taken such good care of that are a part of the foster placement system, that these children need to see someone, a positive figure, and know what their rights are. They need to have a voice who can speak to the judge and articulate what's in their best interest.
When you're not strong, I'll be there. I'll help you carry on.
We have to incite people who really have become, in some instances, apathetic towards what's going on in their own neighborhood. Those of us who maybe have been able to achieve some things through matriculation and experiences and exposures to various areas must now come back and understand that we have a duty and an obligation and a responsibility to help shape some other folk.
These children are our sheep. We have to make sure that at any point in time, we are making sure that these children are loved, are cared for, and protected by any means necessary.
I'm here because I recognize that those young people out on the streets in front of Covenant House, That was me. I slept in those beds. I slept in YSC. That was me. That's why I'm here, and I need more people who can come up here and say, Tyrone, I'm with you. Because I want to see more young men come out with a bachelor's degree. I want to see more young men and women come out here with master's degrees, ready and able to impact the young minds of the community. I hope that you're inspired. I hope that you're motivated. And I hope that you're ready to make this a life commitment. I'm hoping. Because I don't want to read statistics in about 10 years that says that there's over 1 million African American men in the criminal justice system and less than 300,000 in school pursuing education.